Everyone laughed at the quiet boy until his success became louder than their words. This is the story of a boy who did not argue. He did not complain. He did not try to prove himself with words. He simply worked in silence until the same people who laughed at him had no choice but to respect him. In a small town, there lived a quiet boy named Ethan. Ethan was not popular. He did not talk much. He did not try to get attention. In class, he always sat at the back. When other students were laughing, shouting, and showing off, Ethan stayed silent. Because of that, many people thought he was weak. Some classmates called him boring. Some said he was not smart. Some laughed at his old shoes, his simple clothes, and his quiet personality. One boy named Ryan always made fun of him. Ryan would say, "Ethan, why are you always so quiet? Do you even have a dream?" The whole class would laugh. Ethan heard every word, but he never answered. He only lowered his head and kept writing in his notebook. What nobody knew was that Ethan had a dream, a big dream. He wanted to become a successful designer. Every night after school, while other students played games or scrolled on their phones, Ethan practiced. He watched lessons, he read books, he drew ideas, he learned new skills. His family was not rich, so he did not have expensive tools. But he used what he had: a small notebook, an old laptop, and a strong desire to become better. Some nights he was tired. Some nights he felt lonely. Some nights the words of his classmates hurt him deeply. He would remember them laughing and saying, "You will never become anything." But instead of giving up, Ethan used their words as fuel. He whispered to himself, "One day, my results will answer them." Months passed. Ethan continued working quietly. He did not post about his dream. He did not tell everyone his plan. He did not argue with people who doubted him. He simply improved every day, one small step at a time, one lesson at a time, one mistake at a time. Then one day, the school announced a national design competition. Students from many schools could join. The winner would receive a scholarship and a chance to work with a famous design company. Ryan heard the announcement and laughed. He looked at Ethan and said, "Maybe you should join. At least people will have something funny to watch." The class laughed again. Ethan looked at him quietly. But this time, he did not feel small. He felt ready. That night, Ethan went home and started working on his project. He worked for days, then weeks. He redesigned it again and again. When something looked wrong, he fixed it. When he failed, he learned. When he felt tired, he rested for a moment, then continued. Finally, the day of the competition arrived. Many students came with beautiful designs. Some had expensive tablets. Some had professional materials. Some had confidence in their faces. Ethan came with his simple laptop and a quiet heart. When it was his turn to present, his hands were shaking. He could see Ryan and some classmates in the back, whispering and smiling. For a moment, Ethan felt afraid. Then he remembered all the nights he had practiced alone, all the times he kept going when nobody believed in him, all the times he chose work over excuses. He took a deep breath and began. At first, the room was silent. Then people started paying attention. His design was simple, but powerful. His idea was clear. His explanation was honest. His work showed discipline. The judges leaned forward. The audience stopped whispering. And when Ethan finished, the room became quiet for a few seconds. Then everyone clapped. Ryan was no longer laughing. His classmates were no longer smiling. They were shocked. A few days later, the results were announced. The teacher stood in front of the class and said, "The winner of the national design competition is..." She paused. Then she smiled. "Ethan." The whole class turned to look at him. The quiet boy, the boy they ignored, the boy they laughed at, the boy nobody believed in. Ethan stood up slowly. For the first time, his classmates saw something different in him. Not weakness, not fear, but quiet strength. Ryan looked down. He had no words. After class, he walked up to Ethan and said, "I didn't know you were that good." Ethan looked at him and smiled gently. Then he said, "That's because I was not busy talking. I was busy working." Those words stayed with everyone. Years later, Ethan became a successful designer. His work was seen by thousands of people. He helped his family. He built a better life. And the people who once laughed at him began telling others, "We went to school with him." But Ethan never became arrogant. He stayed humble. He stayed focused. He remembered where he came from. Because he had learned one powerful truth. You do not need to answer every insult. You do not need to explain your dreams to everyone. You do not need to prove yourself with loud words. Sometimes the best answer is progress. Sometimes silence is not weakness. Sometimes silence is where strength is growing. The lesson of this story is simple. Do not waste your energy trying to convince people who do not believe in you. Let them laugh, let them doubt, let them talk. But while they are talking, you keep working. Study in silence. Practice in silence. Build in silence. Improve in silence. Because one day, your results will speak louder than their opinions. And when that day comes, you will not need revenge. You will not need anger. You will not need to shout. Your success will become your voice. So, if people doubt you today, do not give up. If they laugh at your dream, keep going. If they underestimate you, stay focused. Remember this, the quietest person in the room may be building the strongest future. And one day, your success can become louder than all the words they used against you. If this story inspired you, follow for more motivational stories.